Hi, I'm Mary Golick. I was thinking today about a story from my life which serves as an analogy for leaving domestic abuse. And I'm going to tell you that story, and it's going to be a bit long and drawn out, but it's very meaningful, I think, and relatable. And I'll summarize it afterwards for you. So when I delivered my first baby, it was a miserable experience. I was due for a C-section, scheduled for a C-section at 10 days post my due date. That's 40 weeks and 10 days. So 41 weeks and 3 days, he was measuring very large. I was in labor for something like 36 hours. I had not eaten or drank anything for something like 48 hours straight. My epidural would not stay in place, and I had a fever the entire time. I also ended up delivering a 9.5-pound baby with so much tearing that my doctor could not tell me how many stitches were used. I was miserable. I was exhausted. I also was told after delivery that I had to get up and walk to the bathroom. I said I couldn't move, and the nurse told me that I didn't have an option. And yet, there was nobody to catch me when I inevitably collapsed onto the floor. So that seemed like inappropriate care. After all of this, my baby was admitted to the NICU because he contracted the same infection I had that sent me into labor and was causing my fever. He was the largest baby in the NICU, and he was there start to finish 10 days with an IV that kept moving around because babies' veins don't hold very well. But that's not the point of the story. The point is immediately after all of that very traumatic, exhausting delivery, and me being a first-time mom, not even knowing what to expect or how to take care of a baby, I now had a baby in the NICU. And I was attempting to breastfeed unsuccessfully. I was driving to the hospital from my house every 3 hours or so in an attempt to nurse him, which, like I said, was not going well. And after doing this for about a day and a half, there was this older, really matronly, experienced, wise NICU nurse named Bonnie. And Bonnie's passed on since this story. I attended her funeral. But Bonnie was a NICU nurse. She helped me try to nurse and taught me quite a few things, but Bonnie came up to me after watching me going through this for a while, and she said to me something like, "Dear, you don't have to come to the hospital every 4 hours. You can stay at home and get a night of sleep, and we'll take care of the baby." And I was like, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah, we'll take care of him. We can feed him here." And I had no idea. A light went off. I didn't realize I was allowed to stay at home. I didn't realize they would take care of him at the hospital. It sounds obvious. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? I wasn't thinking straight. I was exhausted. I had been in labor for 38 hours without eating or drinking anything. So Bonnie, in the most loving, wise, experienced way, opened my eyes to this knowledge. She said, "You can go home. You can go home, Mary. You don't have to stay here." And my life changed. That was huge for me. Getting a night of sleep, oh my gosh. Here's where I'm going with this. Domestic violence is often like this. The person who's suffering in the relationship is often like I was in this NICU story. They're doing all the things that they think they have to keep the relationship going, and they don't realize You're allowed to go home. You don't have to stay here. So here's me giving you permission. Go home. Get some rest. The end. You don't have to take care of the baby 24/7. Go take a break. Be done.